the stream tonight, so it's going to be a short one. I'm just going to talk about some updates real quick on like what's going on the platform. Let's see. One thing that like just happened that we don't really know what to say about yet, because I don't think any of us have really had a good chance to look into it, is there's a like farming game now. TikTok seems to have introduced some sort of Farmville mechanic, but that's not the most interesting or important thing I want to talk about. The most important thing I want to talk about is the privacy policy, which was just updated and which we're going to spend a little bit of time going through and looking at the differences in. So here is the comparison between the, and by the way, I'm just like recording for the VOD right now because there's literally no one watching the stream. Here's the privacy policy, and I'm looking at a version from February and the version that was just updated on June 2nd. The Wayback Machine doesn't have it until the 3rd, and I just clicked one on the 4th because it's just trying to pull something up real quick. To go over like what the differences look like, the deletions, I believe, are marked in yellow, and the additions are marked in blue. Or sorry, no, other way around. The additions are marked in yellow, deletions are marked in blue. So as you can see right here, we've got last updated June 2nd, last updated December 20th. Before I get too much deeper into this, I also want to talk about the community guidelines, because there is a story going around on TikTok right now that the community guidelines were updated in a way that was really helpful for creators, that they've incorporated their moderating guidelines into their community guidelines. And that isn't true. It didn't happen. So I've also got on here the current, like this is today's community guidelines pull from the Internet Archive, and the community guidelines from January. As you can see, they are both listed as updated on December 2020. And remember what I said about like they clearly deleted and then replaced this image, or maybe just changed the URL where the image is hosted. But like the image shows up as different in these two, even though it's like the same art. But like, let's go through real quick and see what, if anything, has changed between these two documents in December to, from December to June. And it's the same, and it's the same. Oh, it looks like they deleted and then replaced an erroneous space right there. The same. There it is again. I wonder if somebody went through and did like a typo check, and then somebody else said, hey, you can't do that because we're not legally allowed to change anything without announcing that we changed something. Yeah, it's the same. And oh, there's another space, another space that was deleted and removed. That one should be there. And these links appear to have been like adjusted down in the like subhead. They updated the copyright from 2020 to 2021. So yeah, as you can see, the community guidelines are exactly the same as they were in December. Nothing there has changed. They are the same today as they've been for months. Privacy policy, on the other hand, is very different. So let's talk about what some of those changes look like. In June 2nd, they've added an explanation to their most recent update. We've updated our privacy policy. Among other clarifying changes, we've added more details about the information we collect and how it's used, including clarifications related to, for example, collection of user content information, use of data for verification, ad-related choices, data sharing with third-party services, and data storage processing practices. So let's see. This is if you grant us access to your phone book. It's just a little bit more detail. This says that we provide user-generated content, and they've added a bunch of clarifications on what that means. They collect the user content through preloading at time of creation, import, or upload, regardless of whether you choose to save or upload that content, in order to recommend audio options and to provide other personalized recommendations. If you apply an effect to your user content, we may collect a version of your user content that does not include the effect. Now that that is something that they may be saying, like they're saying that they don't strictly store content locally when it's in your drafts. And they're saying that they do look at that content. They they analyze that content in order to make the editing program work. And that's the sort of thing, like that's normal. That's something you would expect. Okay, to be clear, I'm not a lawyer and I am not an expert on privacy policies. And I don't know what the difference is between, like, I don't know whether this language is sketchy in a way that it doesn't need to be. But I do know that what they're describing there is using your data in a way that we know they use your data. So content including text, images, and video found in your device's clipboard with your permission. For example, if you choose to initiate content sharing with the third-party platform or choose to paste content from the clipboard into the TikTok app, we access this information stored in your clipboard in order to fulfill your request. So that sounds like something, I don't know how clipboards work, but it sounds like what they're saying is when you try and paste something, the app calls to your clipboard in order to make that happen. If there's anybody watching who knows, and I do actually have a few people watching now, if there's anybody watching who knows anything about the mechanics of app construction, if the call for like pasting originates from within the app and then calls to the clipboard, that would make sense. Payment information, just clarifying like how that works. Information to verify accounts such as proof of identity or age. That's something that we definitely like want them to gather because we want them to get fucking better at telling whether somebody is 18 or not. Let's see, social media and login services. If you choose to sign up through a third-party social network or login service, that's just that seems like just some legalese clarification. If you link your TikTok account to another service, we may receive information about that use of your service. Let's see, usage information. They appear to have deleted the claim that they automatically collect information based on what's broadcasted on the platform, and that they link your subscriber information with your activity on the platform across all your devices, including your email, phone number, or similar information. That's been deleted. I don't know if that like comes back somewhere else in the document. Let's see. Device information. IP address, user agent, mobile carrier, time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your device, the device system, network device IDs, your screen resolution. So that's saying that TikTok, and this is something we've kind of known for a while, that TikTok knows what device you're accessing the platform from and can connect multiple accounts that are logged in from the same device as being related to each other. Let's see, battery state, audio settings, connected audio devices. We'll be able to use your profile information to identify your activity across devices. We may also associate you with information collected from devices other than those you use to log into the platform. This is a whole new section, image and audio information. We may collect information about the images and audio that are a part of your user content, such as identifying the objects and scenery that appear, the existence and location within an image of face and body features and attributes, the nature of the audio, and the text of the words spoken in your user content. We may collect this information to enable special video effects, for content moderation, for demographic classification, for content and ad recommendations, and for other non-personally identifying operations. We may collect biometric identifiers and biometric information as defined under US laws, such as face prints and voice prints from your user content. Where required by law, we will seek any required permissions from you prior to any such collection. So the demographic classification is a big deal there because that's saying that it's going to identify things about your visual appearance that may connect you to specific demographics. That includes things like gender, race, age, it can include things like ability or disability. There are a lot of things that can include, and they're all good things for advertisers to know. None of them are particularly good things for the users, for the platform to know about them. To not have control over what of that kind of thing is disclosed to the platform on a systematic level, that's not great. That's worrying. Let's see, messages. When you compose, send, or receive messages, compose is interesting there. They're saying that they know what you type even if you don't send it. When you upload or create user content, you automatically upload certain metadata. That's not different. Cookies. To prove your identity. That's checking that you're old enough. That's something we want them to be able to do. Let's see, this is about allowing third-party things. Let's see, depending on the version. All right, this is another new one. TikTok may transmit your data to its servers or data centers outside of the United States for storage and or processing. Third parties with whom TikTok may share your data as described herein may be located outside of the United States. And that's something that Cecilia flagged as noteworthy. And I am not particularly competent to speak on the implications of that, but that's definitely something that we're going to want to talk about more. They changed their address. This is all the same. And these are updates to the privacy policy outside of the United States. And let's see how much of this is. I'm not sure whether any of this is different. I also this looks a little bit different. There's a whole section on Brazil. Looks like child protection is different. Looks like in Egypt, you have to have your parents help you read the terms of service if you're not over 18. Same as Israel. Looks like there's a lot of specific stuff about how the law works in other individual countries. I am not even remotely competent to speak on. But yeah, so the major changes that we're seeing to the TikTok's larger system of documents, we have seen changes to the privacy policy. We have not seen changes to the community guidelines. Again, jumping back to that one, there are no differences anywhere in this document. TikTok has this glitch that appears to have been affecting a lot of people, where like after you get a notification, it'll give you every notification that it's ever tried to send you. So a bunch of people recently got a notification saying that community guidelines were updated, and there have been people spreading rumors about what about the community guidelines were updated. The community guidelines have not been updated at all. And the privacy policy has been updated to say that they are collecting biometric data, that they can use the information they collect about you for demographic purposes, and that they can send our data to processing centers outside of the United States. Those are all noteworthy and something we should be like paying attention to. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this, and I don't have anybody else on the stream to bounce off of. So I'm gonna wrap up. This stream is mostly useful for VOD purposes. It's just like a yeah, I don't have anything particularly interesting to do with this live for time. So yeah, if you caught this as a VOD, great. I hope it's been helpful. And I'm going to end the broadcast now. Bye.